The reason why we go most of our lives creating an undesirable reality is because, as within, so without. When you're born into this satanic, inverted, and perverted matrix, you get programmed and conditioned with a lot of untruths. And it gets programmed extremely deep within your being. And so it creates basically hell inside of you, and that gets projected out and reflected back, because we live in a multi-dimensional, multi-frequential hall of mirrors. And so the way to create heaven, a more desirable reality, is by basically unlearning everything you were taught. This might seem radical to some people, but it's true. I'm just saying it as a matter of fact, right? And so shadow work and all this is a great start on programming your subconscious mind the best you can. But what really takes this to a whole nother level is BUFO, DMT. Because anything that's untrue that you're holding in your being is only going to create a shitty reality, because the ultimate truth is unity and unconditional love. So if you're perceiving in separation, the more you perceive and see yourself as separate from everything, the more miserable your reality is going to be, because it's untrue, right? The universe, God, which is you, isn't judging you, but if it's untrue and it's not love, it's truth and love are entangled. So whatever in your being that's untrue is a misperception, a misidentification. So if you doubt yourself, right? It's untrue. You're the creator. There's no reason to doubt yourself. But if that doubt is deep embedded in your being, then you're creating with that frequency, the frequency of doubt. And you're going to create people that doubt you. And you're going to create a miserable reality. If you have fear, a lot of fear, which we all do, right? And it's deeply embedded in your being, that's the frequency you're creating with. You should be fearless, because your true nature is fearless, right? And so, but if you have fear of what people think, fear of whatever, that gets projected out and projected back, and it's going to create hell, because it's not true. Love is true, right? But because you're the creator, if you say it's, if that's the energy you're vibrating on, then that's what you're going to create with. And so the end game would be to get these energies, release these energies. And again, Shadow work is great. There's ways to do this, but nothing accelerates this like 5-MEO DMT BUFO, right? Because it really gets these untruths and misperceptions out of your being, just completely, and you have no doubt, right, that you have no doubt that what I'm saying is true, all right, what you're saying, because there's no separation between me and you. And as hard as that is for the ego mind identity that sees in separation, this is the truth. So when you operate like there's no God or you're not God, that's fine, but it's untrue. And you're separating yourself from everything. So you're only limiting yourself, right, by identifying as the ego, right, by identifying as a Democrat, a Republican, a beta, an alpha, whatever. It's all untrue. It's not who you are. You're everything. You're the I am, right? But when you create that separation from you and everything, you push everything away. So you are actually abundance. You're abundance. Money is just one form of abundance, right? There's many forms of abundance. Getting rid of all these untruths is just an enormous abundance that a lot of these billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires will not see in this lifetime because they're too identified with the ego, and the ego is an illusion. It's not the truth of who you are. But if you believe that's who you are, right, you're the creator, so that's what you'll create in your experience. But why limit yourself, right? So limitations. Also, we're programmed to have all these limitations because we identified with the ego, right? We think everything's impossible. We think we can't do this, can't do that. But because you're the creator, if you have that in your being, which we're conditioned, programmed to by the satanic, inverted, and perverted matrix to believe in these limitations, then, right, the universe reflects that frequency, the frequency of limitations, right? And that's why you would want, if you want to create heaven and earth, you want to get rid of limitations, because the universe doesn't, right, doesn't know limitations. The quantum realm, the God source energy, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't know limitations, right? It's untrue. If you believe in death, that's fine. There's no judgment, but it's not true. And so you're creating hell by believing in these things, because anything that's not true is you're manifesting from a lie. That's why people that feel unworthy and all this, they manifest disasters. People that are needy, right? You don't need anything because you are everything. Need is the ego that thinks it's separate from everything. Need is separation. Want is separation. You allow, right? Because you are everything, and you allow everything to just come to you because you are it. But when you believe you're separate from it, you push it away. And these things, these misperceptions are so deeply ingrained in our being because we're raised by the satanic, inverted, and perverted matrix to, right, see everything as separate and hate the other and not like this, not like that, right? We don't see, when we're coming from our egos, we're not perceiving everything as divine. That's untrue. It's untrue. Everything is divine. Everything is divinity. The people you like, the people you don't like, the fucking shit, the gold, it's all divine. It all serves a divine purpose. Angels, the demons, sorry to disappoint you, but it's all divine. It's all energy. It's all the creator expressing himself in different ways, because the creator wants to experience himself. And the more the creator sees in separation, the darker it gets, because it's untrue. And the frequency is creating out of fear. So, right, anything you pushing things away isn't love, right? I don't push any emotions away. I allow them to come up. I don't identify with them. I just allow them to come up. I'm aware of them, and then they go. Thoughts, I don't identify with thoughts. They just come, they go, right? Good thoughts, bad thoughts, whatever, they're thoughts. That's just a judgment. When you judge, it's bad. That's why Jesus is against judging. Even saying it's bad is a judgment, right? It's just my ego. But the reason Jesus is against judging is because you're judging yourself. You think everybody's separate, right? You see Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, all these people you don't like or whatever, and you judge them because you think they're separate. But that's a lie, right? That's a lie. Nothing is separate from you. And the more you integrate all this stuff, all these truths, you align with heaven. And again, nothing can accelerate that and get these truths out of your being, because there's only so much shadow work you can do, right? But when you sit with the sacred medicine BUFO, and you go to, right, and you realize you're that energy, that God source energy, and it gets washed, all the bullshit that belongs to the ideas that belong to the matrix, all of them. I was laughing, it was hysterical at all the things that were untrue, and it was just such a relief that I could throw all that bullshit in the garbage, the trash, where it belongs. So I found it so hysterical and so refreshing, right? Money was just a joke to me at this point when you realize the truth of who you are. Then you just laugh at making money important, right? Because you are everything, right? So this is a lot of the manifestation teachers aren't going to teach you this. So you're coming across like absolute gold right now, right? And a lot of people can't accept this kind of abundance, right? When I was in my BUFO experience, all the power and all the abundance, as crazy as it might sound, it was hard to accept. Think about all the people that can't accept that they're creator. They fight for their limitations. They can't accept that they're the creator. They're scared of maybe the power. They're attached to their ego. They'd rather be the ego than be God. But that's the truth. You're not the ego, right? And so our egos cling to a lot of the untruths, and that only makes you suffer more. So part of the awakening, the difficult part, the challenging part of the awakening, is all the fear, all the truths on coming up. And they're trying to come up so they can go. But a lot of times we're attached to them and we identify with them, right? And we have all these fears, right? People don't want to let their religions go, even though the truth is better, right? They don't want to let their egos go, even though the truth is better. They don't want to go to ideologies, and people have a hard time accepting the truth because we've been living lies, right? And there's no judgment. This is just part of being born here, part of having the experience, but we chose the experience, right? And this is why victimhood is no good, because victimhood is disempowering and it's not true. How are you going to be a victim when you're the creator? So everything that's not true is aligned with hell. So you're only playing yourself by being attached to untruths. The truth is the truth, and it's going to reveal itself. And you can either allow it and accept it, or you can resist and be miserable. I would love for everybody to align with truth so you can see who you are and see how powerful you are, because you're powerful beyond your wildest imagination, right? See, we're diamonds, way more than diamonds, but for understanding's sake, we're diamonds. And we're diamonds that put ourselves in the dirt, in the mud. And that's the 3D. That's the programs from the satanic matrix and all that conditioning from the satanic matrix. And then we identify with the mud. And so the goal of creating heaven within you is getting the mud off, basically, so you can see the real you and everyone else can see the real you. So the goal needs to be to get the fear out. But you can do whatever you want because you're the creator. And it's your life. It's your experience. Right? And as a creator, you don't have to do anything but be. It's all programming for us to think we have to do this. Right? The satanic matrix is just one slaves, and we think whatever you do is perfect because it's just the creator being the creator and experience himself. So it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I want to create heaven on earth. I want to create heaven within me. Right? And I'm sure a lot of you want to create heaven within you. See, but you create it. The Matrix teaches us to worry about the fucking economy. I don't give a fuck about the economy or the president or whoever, whatever traumatized, fragmented ego thinks it's running shit. It ain't running shit. I don't give a fuck about the president, about the fucking whoever. Right? I gave them the illusion of power. The real me, not my ego. So, what do I give a fuck about? You'll be surprised at the shit you can do when you implement these teachings, when you get the fucking mud off the diamond. Because it's all energy, and you create based on your frequency. You're the consciousness that shapes that energy into form. You're an energy being. But we've been brainwashed to vibrate in the frequency of hell. And so we attract all these toxic relationships, right? All this suffering, right? Live in lack, live in limitation. Fuck limitation, right? So many things are possible in this reality. But because if we don't believe it, then, right? So, get rid of limitations. Let them all go. Let all the untruths go. Create peace. Peace inside, and reality will reflect it. Do things to heal your nervous system. Meditate. Breath work. Right? No mind, no future, no past. Marry yourself to the present moment. You want to keep a calm and relaxed state and be present. And marry yourself to the present moment, because the present moment is divine. It's all we have. And you want to put your focus on what you desire. See, time is an illusion. Creation is finished, right? It really is. Time is an illusion. But if you believe in time, you're living in a lie, and you're creating from that. So you have everything now, whether it exists in different timelines or whatever, it exists now. So you want to be that. Accept that it's here now. Whatever you desire, accept that it's here now. Because it is. You're the creator. And I know this is in, again, BUFO can really accelerate this, because you'll know it's all real. You'll know time is an illusion, right? You'll know you're the creator. You'll know that it's all divine. Right now, it's your intuition probably understands this is true, or it's triggering you because you're attached to untruths. But once you have the tangible experience and you know it's true, you know who you are, then you got the master key. You got the master key. You always had it. They just convinced you, religion and all these institutions just convinced you that the power is outside of you. You didn't know who you were. Right? We've been enslaved. And a lot of people will think this is crazy talk because they don't understand anything. Right? And there's no judgment, right? Because everything is me. Right? And to the people that think, right, for a lot of people it's hard to accept that this kind of experience is in a toad. But I'm not, this isn't anything that, right, your ancestors, right, Native Americans, people wonder why Native American culture was so peaceful and aligned. And it's because they had these sacred medicines, right? Where the West, they didn't. A lot of, the colonizers and all that, they didn't have these medicine. They lived in separation, right? So this is just Native American stuff. This is just African stuff before you were brainwashed by the slave matrix, by your oppressors, right? Even Europeans, right? Before you were brainwashed, unity consciousness was where it was at. And so it's getting out of the matrix of separation, right? I expose the truth, but I don't do it from a especially now, I'm not doing it from like a hateful energy. I just call it how it is, right? Because I understand that I am everything, the darkness, right? The light, right? So let go of all these, be aligned with truth, not politics. Let go of the division, the hate in the other, and all this other stuff. It's bullshit. And accept the love, accept the truth, right? Accept the truth and focus on your frequency. Focus on what you desire to create, not what you don't want to desire. See, the media just wants you to focus on lack, right? The economy's bad, fear, all this all day long, because that's what you create. Focus on what you prefer. Break your addiction to that trash and focus on what you prefer, and you'll create it in your reality. Let go of limitations. Let go of lack. Right? This is the truth, right? But if you don't want to believe it, you can do what you want. It's your life. I don't care. This is for who it's for. I'm not concerned what people think of me, and not at all. Because why would I care? If, why would I care? All right. I'm giving y'all the jewels here. So please please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want top level information, right? And understand, this is an empowerment channel. This isn't about putting me on a pedestal. I'm not one of these fake gurus out here with the big old beards and wobbling their head all day, right? Because they want you to think you're beneath them. You're not beneath me. Right? You're the leader. You're the creator. You created me and your experience to give you this information. You're the leader. This is about you. This is your reality. This is your universe. Can you accept that? Can you allow that? Can you allow the fact that you're that powerful, that you're that magnificent, that you're that holy? See, the Matrix, it wants you to separate and hate everything, right? Like you have these men hating the divine feminine, right? It's fucking ludicrous. Once you know the truth about how holy the divine feminine is, man, I just bow to the divine feminine. Like, you're a fool. You're a fucking fool. Just trying to separate yourself from that holiness when you're not separate from anything. And the women that, are just push their femininity away. Your femininity is holy. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Same thing with men. The Matrix wants you to push your masculinity away, right? The satanic Matrix wants you to push. Do you know how magnificent and mighty your fucking masculinity is? And you're pushing that shit away because the fucking Matrix wants you to be submissive and weak, right? You're only limiting yourself by pushing shit away. I don't push none of this shit away. I'm fucking everything. I love it all, and it's all holy and divine. You're holy. You're divine. And I have gratitude for all this energy because it's fucking holy. Alright, y'all. Much love. Peace out.